Okay, now we need to talk about emojis, people. Like, emojis are still being used, and you really shouldn't be using emojis. You should not be encouraging people to place emojis. It's not good, mate. Like, you really, really need to back off and stop doing it, you know. So, unmasking the demonic emoji conspiracy. Today's the 26th of June, 12:45. Unmasking the demonic emoji conspiracy. Take a look at the growing rectangle in your hand. Yeah, the one you're probably watching right now. We use it to connect with people, to share our lives, to have a laugh, but is it also a portal? What if every time you send a simple smiley face or a thumbs up or a little cartoon heart, you're not just sending pixels, you're taking part in an ancient dark ritual. There's a bizarre theory spreading like wildfire out there that claims emojis on your phone are not the innocent little icons you think they are. No, they are demonic sigils, keys to unlocking internal powers, and by using them you are unknowingly summoning demons. It sounds completely insane, but is any of it true? This is what is known about the demonic emoji conspiracy. It's a sprawling modern myth that tries to convert our everyday digital language into a shadowy 17th century book of an actual magic. The theory goes that there is a hidden occult agenda at play, run by the very organizations that manage our digital world. The similarity between the emojis and these ancient symbols, they say, are not accident. So today we're going to pull back the curtain on the entire thing. We'll look at the real history of both emojis you use every day and the forbidden book at the heart of all of this claim. We're going to expose the historical lies, the visual tricks, and the cultural anxieties that even let a theory like this exist in the first place. By the end, you'll understand what's really going on and why the idea of a synthetic smartphone is just so fascinating to many people. Please stop using them. So, what's the actual claim here? The core of the theory is that many of our modern emojis, especially the faces, are direct copies or intentional redesigns of demonic sigils. And these sigils are supposedly found in the 17th century grimoire, the textbook for magic called The Lesser Key of Solomon. That book was written by Aleister Crowley, and before then its author was unknown. This book is very real. Specifically, the theory points to its first section, the Ars Goetia, which roughly translates to the art of howling. This section is basically a catalogue of 72 demons that were supposedly summoned to control the biblical key Solomon. Each of these 72 demons, who are ranked as dukes, kings, presidents of the underworld, is listed with their name, their powers, and a unique sigil. A sigil is a kind of a magical signature, a symbol believed to hold the power of the entity it represents, and it's used in rituals to summon and command them. It's sort of like an interdimensional telephone number. People who believe in the emoji conspiracy post videos with the side-by-side comparisons. Yeah, like me. They'll take a dizzy face emoji with its crossed-out eyes and put it right next to the sigil for the demon mark of Sigma. They'll show you, look at the triumph emoji and the one with steam puffing out its nose, and claim it's a perfect match with the sigil of Duke Burrows. The zipper face mouth, they say, is another dead ringer for a demonic seal. The claim goes on even deeper. Some visions of these theories insist that the Unicode Consortium, that's a real non-profit that standardizes the emojis for the use of all our devices, intentionally designed 72 core-faced emojis to mirror the 72 demons of the Ars Goetia. The argument is that by standardizing these symbols across the globe, a massive unknowing population can be tricked into charging these sigils with emotional energy, empowering these demons with every single text word we send. It's a plot to immerse scale, hiding in plain sight, billions of phones. It's terrifying, it's compelling, and it's built on a foundation of pure historical fantasy. To see why, we need to separate the conspiracy from the real history, starting with the emoji itself. The story of the emoji doesn't begin in some dusty occult library. It begins busting tech company in 1990 in Japan. Back in 1999, a designer named Shigota Kotaro, I'm sorry for saying it wrong, was working on a NTT Docomo, a major mobile carrier, an early mobile internet platform called IMO, to get the information across quickly and serve precious data with a very character-limited platform. Kuroda had an idea. Why not just replace words with the simple pictures? His goal was totally functional. He wanted to create an easy way for users to communicate. Things like weather forecasts, a little sun icon for sunny, cloud for cloudy, without typing it. He and his team designed the first set of 176 emojis, each one in a tiny 12x12 pixel grid. These original icons, which are now in the Museum of Modern Art, were basic. Incredibly basic. They were things like zodiac signs, weather symbols, and numbers, not a huge set of emotional faces. The emoji itself in Japan is a mashup of E, which means picture, and Moji, M-O-J-I, which means character. It sounds from the word emotion, but that's the complex complete coincidence. For years, emojis were Japan-only thing with the different phone companies using their own incompatible sets. It wasn't until 2010 that the Unicode consortium stepped in. Their whole job was to create a universal standard for digital text, making sure an A you send from an iPhone looks like a letter A on an Android. Seeing how popular emojis were in Japan, Unicode adopted them to the universal standard, which is what let them explode worldwide. Apple added emoji keyboard to iOS in 2011, and the rest is history. The process for proposing and approving new emojis is totally public, managed by the subcommittee that meets regularly. It's boring, bureaucratic process of technical standardization, not a secret club of occultists. Yeah, right. The origin of emojis is about a pragmatic design and a problem solving a world away from ancient magic. Now, let's flip over the other half of this conspiracy, the ancient book of magic, the Lesser Key of Solomon, or Legamita, I can't even say it, it's in Latin. It's one of the most famous books of demonology out there, but spoiler, it wasn't written by King Solomon. Scholars are pretty sure it was put together by an anonymous author in the mid-17th century who was likely working from a bunch of older manuscripts. Slapping a famous, powerful name like Solomon to your work was a common trick back then to give it a sense of authority. The book is split into 5 parts, and the most famous is the Gosha. And just like the conspiracy say, it does list 72 demons. It gives you their names, their ranks, and hell hierarchy, and what they look like, and how they can teach a magician anything from understanding animals to finding a lost treasure. And yes, it includes their sigils, but what are these sigils? They aren't little pictures, they are highly abstract geometric designs. Modern occultist historians think that they were created using magic formulas, like using a special grid to turn the letters of a demon's name into a unique symbol. It's a magic ritual. The sigil is supposed to act as a focal point, a key that magicians use to get in touch with a specific spirit they want to summon. The idea that is that the symbol is the demon. It's more like a cosmic phone number. This practice called Gosha was considered really dangerous and heretical even in their own time. The book was never mass-produced. It was a private text passed around secretly among people who were actually practicing occultists. Most people wouldn't have known it even existed. So what we have here is completely 2 sets of history. One is the story of a modern Japanese graphic design that was solving into multiple tech problem. The other is a story of a 17th century European occultism that involves complex abstract symbols for secret forbidden rituals. The conspiracy only works if you believe that these 2 totally unrelated stories are actually the same exact story, which, yeah, they are. Once you put the real facts side by side, the whole conspiracy, no, it doesn't fall apart. The main claim is the symbols look alike is based on nothing more than coincidence. No, that's just shit. So goes on about disproving them and all that, you know. And finally, there's an appeal to secret knowledges. Conspiracy theories make believers feel like they're on a secret and they can see the truth or risk that us sheep are blind to. When you debunk the theory with facts, and it's often more seen as just part of a cover-up, which makes them believe it more, and it's a powerful psychological loop, and it's incredibly hard to break. The lesser demonic emoji conspiracy is a fascinating piece of modern myth-making. It cleverly weaves together the real history, like the Lesser Key of Solomon, with everyday technology of emojis to create a story that's spooky, exciting, and it feels like it means something, but the second part, you actually check the facts and it's right to connecting them completely. Yeah. So, wherever you are in the world, thanks for watching. I've got another video coming soon. Just hang around. You're going to love it. Alright, much love. Bye now.